The latest victim of out-of-control gun violence in Toronto is a 12-year-old boy. He was gunned down while walking with his mother in broad daylight. They were going shopping.
We received multiple calls for the sound of gunshots in the area just behind me here at 25 Stone Court. Our first officers arrived on scene and they located a 12-year-old boy on the west side of Jane Street who had been struck by a bullet.
The police say the two men now charged with his murder were actually targeting someone else. So this boy was completely innocent. So far this year, there have been 425 shootings in Toronto. That matches the pace of last year, and last year ended up as the worst record of gun violence in Toronto in at least 16 years, the 16 years where police have been releasing comparable data. And what's been the big debate about policing at City Hall? It's been about defunding the police. Eventually, Council shot down a motion to defund the police by 10%. But they're ignoring an issue that could reduce this out-of-control gun violence. In 2014, Toronto police were banned from doing street checks, also known as carding. Street checks are a fundamental tool of police intelligence gathering. They talk to people on the street who aren't charged with a crime, and they record the information. It's a way of gathering information to prevent crimes before they occur, rather than reacting to them after they occur. But it was banned because it was seen to be disproportionately targeting the black community, who are also the main victims of gun violence. Street checks were never supposed to be abandoned. Since they were abandoned, the number of people shot in Toronto, either killed or injured, has gone up 176%. The number of shootings has gone up 178%. What was supposed to happen was that the provincial government was supposed to present new regulations that would allow the police to do their jobs in street checks and protect the civil rights of the people they were interviewing. But the regulations the provincial government announced, it was the former Liberal government, were unworkable. And so basically street checks were entirely abandoned. And now our politicians just won't talk about this because they're afraid of being accused of racism, which is absurd. People are dying in Toronto from gunfire that they don't have to die from and they don't have to be injured from. We'll never know if the life of this 12-year-old child could have been saved because of street checks. But what we know is that gun violence is out of control in their absence and they need to be brought back. I'm Laurie Goldstein of the Toronto Sun. We're always interested in hearing your views, and please follow us on our Facebook and YouTube channels.